Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kaye Boehning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union,
Good morning, Huntsville.
Are late.
No, we were on. We were on. It's just the intro took a long time.
Took 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes. Well, there's 3 minutes of the noise and then 2 minutes of the intro.
And it's 7:35.
Yeah, but we were on. We were on.
Wow, you're late.
We were on. All right, that'll be it.
Rob, I don't care if you're a few minutes late. It's okay.
If you ever notice red marks on my cheek, it's from Kaye Boehning because she has really her knuckles are pretty. They're pretty
look
good.
at these. Have you ever been hit with those?
She gives me the backhand whenever we're late. So Kaye, I'm so sorry this morning. Kaye is not. She does not do that.
Yes, she does.
Yeah. Welcome in. Rick's like, what are you talking about?
Thanks, guys.
With that,
that's like totally against what we do at the school.
Well, it's not a religion.
It wasn't at the school.
And that'll wrap it up here on this episode and the entire show. Thank you for being a part of it. And we're going to move back to Georgetown. Thank y'all. Very nice to see y'all. Just kidding. Welcome in as we get rolling here on a very, very, very wonderful I almost said Wednesday.
Wednesday?
The Wednesday. It's a beautiful day outside. Episode 274 as we get rolling here. Big thanks as always to our good friend Paul Oley of the Gallery.
We love you, Paul.
Yes, we do.
When you say that, I just thought of Home Alone, where they're like, "Get on your knees and tell me you love me." Where Kevin's playing the video, and he goes, "I love you," and he goes, "You got to do better than that." And he's like, "I love you." So that's what I thought of when you said that this morning, Rick.
I wasn't under any coercion whatsoever.
No, none at all. So, I'm gonna take a soundbite of that, and we'll just hit that button from now on. I love you, and then I'll have your voice on the end of it go, Paul. So, Paul, we do love you, man. It's always good to say that to Paul Oley every morning. He's even got a sign for it now. So, big thanks to Jamie Saucier for that. Huge thank you as well to Elliot Herzlich from Elliot's Jewelers online at elliotsjewelers.com for all your jewelry needs. And, of course, here on this wonderful Wednesday with our very wonderful, very great friends from Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, Kaye and Rick Boehning. Good to see you guys.
Good seeing you.
When y'all come on, the first thing that I do is I make sure before y'all get here, I put your name, your official Scott Valley made these for. So
I know.
I put these, and I have your round to it.
I'm wondering why you put it right in front of me for a round to it. So what am I supposed to do?
Well, you're supposed to just tinker with it, and just, I don't know if you're a tinkerer or not, but because if I had this in front of me, the problem would be I would sit here the whole show and do this. And, have you ever been to the theme park, like a Fiesta, Texas, or one of those places, and the wooden rails, when you go on the ride, there's like the fence posts and the rails, and they're all worn down because of everybody's hands on them. They get real smooth and all that. That's how this is starting to be, because I'm sitting here doing this all the time. So the edges of this are getting very smooth now. But I put it in front of Kaye Boehning, the round to it, just so I won't be tempted to mess with it the whole show. So. Anyways, just wanted to clear the air, just get that out of there for you this morning.
Clear that right up.
Just clear it right up. But our great friends, appreciate Rick and Kaye from Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. We'll talk more about the school here in just a little bit. As you're waking up this morning, boy, what a beautiful way to start this Wednesday. The past, really, it feels like a week we haven't had sunshine in the morning. And yesterday it was really foggy. We were in that dense fog advisory, but this morning it was clear. 66 degrees as you're waking up. The humidity's down a little bit, and it's going to remain clear. Going to get warm today, though. Highs in the upper 80s, low 90s, and then rain, unfortunately, returns to the forecast on Thursday, but it looks like it's all going to clear out. We're actually going to have a pretty clear, nice weekend. But tonight is going to be okay, but then tomorrow we got to really look out for some more heavy rainfall in the area. Man, it's just been crazy. We were talking before we went on, just, this community and a lot of people going through a lot of stuff with all this flooding and everything. And we were at our WCRC meeting yesterday, and there was a lady, and I feel terrible because she's fairly new, and I'm like at the minimum threshold of attendance in the group, and I haven't got to know her. Full disclaimer, Rick and I'm glad I got a buddy over here in on this with me. But she lives out, near the Trinity River, and she said their house has been. Like, she has stilts on the house, so they obviously knew that when they built this house that it was in the flood zone or whatever. But she said that whole under area of her house has remained flooded, like their cars, everything. And then we have friends that we know, that lost everything, and it's just been tough. And Rick, I know you don't like the public credit, but a lot of folks in our group really stepped up, and I appreciate Rick and 0 Degree for helping us, because we had to secure a roll-off. And so we got that today, and a lot of friends in our group helped to donate to make that happen. Big thank you to Trayton Wilson from Wilson Roll-Offs as well for giving us a cut on that. And so that's going to be out there. If you want to come help today, we'll be out at the McAdam household today from 9 to 2. I know it's during the middle of the week, but we just wanted to get over there as quickly as possible. So we'll be there from 9 to 2 today helping, and then if you can't make it today, we'll be back out there again on Saturday from 9 to 2. It's just tough for those folks. Is it Lake Hills Drive? Do you know the address?
I've been out there, but I could not tell you what the address is.
I know it's out near, if you're going in the direction of Northside Baptist Church in that area. But that area flooded tremendously out there, and, Blaine, that's his primary source of income.
Blaine is a great guy.
Wonderful guy.
Did our nativity set that sits on the courthouse lawn.
Yeah.
Although we may not have it if it got flooded.
Yeah, so.
Because he was refurbishing it for us.
Yeah, and there's a lot, that's that he's dealing with, and lost his wood shop in that, and that's his primary source of income. And so
he did fantastic work too.
Yeah, so we want to help them get back on their feet as soon as possible. And that whole flooding situation, I don't ever like to speak on things unless I've kind of been in it or I'm interviewing somebody that's been in it. We didn't lose our house, but we had about a foot of water in our house way back in 2011. Tropical Storm Hermine came through, and it dumped about 28 inches of rain in about 20 hours in our neighborhood. And so we had a foot of water in our house. And I'm telling you, when that stuff happens, and we were fortunate because it was only a foot, and we were able to gut everything, go up, 4 feet, 6 feet, whatever, up the sheetrock and halfway up and redo it. But there was a time, and that was kind of I know we're positive on this show and upbeat, but that was kind of like I was going through a lot. Let's just say I was going through a lot during that season, with business and old relationships. It's funny how you look back on these old relationships and you're like, who cares? I've got the best now, But
That's what I say about mine.
Yes, you do. See, Rick has just made up for our intro, by the way, with that comment. That's what I was trying to fish it out of him.
Is that what you were trying to do?
Did it work?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Great.
Here we go. Yes.
Thanks.
So, by the way, flowers
How
are on
much did you pay him?
I didn't pay him anything.
No, just a handshake.
That's all.
Yeah. So.
Because I'll help him at some point.
And the flowers are on the way too that Rick and I have conjured up. So, but no, I was just going through kind of a rough patch, and I just remember just saying I can't deal with this, and I left the house. It was too overwhelming because carpet and I'm so thankful. I had a lot of people show up and help. But here's what I learned in that process: when people want to help, and that's great, but it needs to be organized help. And man, I had people just randomly doing stuff all over the house that I didn't even know. Like one guy, and I appreciate it, but one guy was like fixing a roof. I didn't even know the roof was broke. Had another guy like throwing stuff out of a window, and I was like, wait a minute, I may want that. So if you're gonna help people, number one, have compassion, and just because something is wet, don't throw it away, because there's memories attached to a lot of these things. Some people may still want to try to salvage some stuff. And so, it was just crazy. So we went through that, and long story short is I got really depressed even more through that, and I just left the house. And I was just saying, forget it, I'm just going to let it go to foreclosure. That's where I was at. And I went and rented an apartment in a town outside of our town, because it was a little bit cheaper. And I remember being there for 11 months. I didn't end up losing the house because of previous administration. President Obama had this whole thing about like the Affordable House Act or whatever it was. And so for folks that were going through a foreclosure, they were putting like a delay on that. And I'll never forget, I had a friend come to me, and basically he did kind of backhand knuckle me, Kaye, and he was like, you need to snap out of this. That's your house. And so because that friend told me, it just kind of really helped get my energy up and my hopes back up again. And I ended up getting the house out of foreclosure. And, I'm glad I did, because it ended up being a catalyst down the road. It's equity. It's like a savings account when you have a house. So I don't know how I went down that rabbit hole, but I wanted to say it just because I know somewhat what some folks are going through.
One day I'd like to have a house.
Who owns it now? It's
she does.
She and you have to like not. Do you have to like knock to get in and pay rent and all that? That's what I thought. So, well, we do have a great show lined up today. Lois Stehlik joining us from Old Town Theater. We may give away some theater tickets today. So no Cafe Texan, Rick. See, I did it for you.
I appreciate that.
No Cafe Texan.
I am actually going to the Cafe Texan today.
All right. Well, no Cafe Texan tickets today. But we do have some tickets for Old Town Theater. Really awesome show coming up on Saturday that Miss Lois is going to tell us about. Lois has kind of earned this moniker. I wouldn't say earned. She's very deserving of it. But it's she has earned the title in this community, Miss Lois. It's like, every town has that one person that you have to call Mr. or Mrs. no matter what, and Lois is so sweet. You just have to call her Miss Lois. So, I don't know why, but I've heard numerous people say that, and so now we're going to start saying Miss Lois as well.
I'm in.
Yeah, Rick is in, Lois, so we'll have Lois on a little bit.
She's my friend. She's just Lois to me.
She's just Lois. See, to Rick and I's Miss Lois now.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's, you
Because
better
I don't want to
That's
get
because you're not
backhanded.
her. Well,
You don't want to get backhanded.
right. I'm just told I wasn't her friend.
Lois, are they your friends or not? I mean,
She's seen me at church. I mean,
No, she is, because she said one time to me, she said, "Hi, friend." I remember it was like a pause, because she was thinking about like, am I really his friend? And there was a pause, and there's like, "Hi, friend." I'm just kidding, Lois. So,
she goes to me, "Hi, acquaintance."
what if you did that to someone?
wait. Are you actually acknowledged?
She recognized me.
Yeah. Well, Lois does, because Lois is sweet. But
I don't recognize a lot of people.
What if you did that? Just, hey, this is my best acquaintance. When, like next time, Rick, you're with someone who's a really good friend of yours.
That's what he's going to do to me.
Yeah, just do. This is my best acquaintance. Oh goodness. Well, a lot happened.
I guess I've been upgraded from "Hey you."
I never call you "Hey you." I just say "Hey."
Oh, that's a good update. A lot of folks joining us. Do us a huge favor too this morning. We want to welcome back in folks from the Huntsville, Texas News and Events group. We finally figured out how to go live back in that group again, so we want to welcome you in as well. And we'll acknowledge all of our wonderful guests here on the other side of the show. Lake Falls Road is actually that road. That's the road, Lake Falls Road. Let's take a quick break. Before we do, I want to give away some tickets today. We've got 2 of them to Old Town Theater for a very special performance coming up this Saturday night. It is Dunn and Brooks, not Brooks and Dunn, Dunn and Brooks. And it's going to be a great kind of a show coming up on Saturday, and we want to give away 2 of those tickets. So I want you to do me a favor this morning. If you can't go to the show, please don't text in. because we want to make sure that these tickets are used and get given away, because this is a great group coming in. And all you got to do is, Rick, you know what to do now.
Are we going to text tickets?
You gotta text in. We've kept the keyword Hornets, but
it's at the 0 Degree Creations text line.
0 Degree Creations phone and text line. 936-339-0139. Again, that number 936-339-0139. Text in the keyword Hornets. We just kept the keyword the same, but for those that text in today, make sure that you text in for those tickets, 2 of them, to Saturday's performance at Old Town Theater. We'll take a brief break. When we come back, we'll have Lois Stehlik joining us on the other side. We're going to skip the news because we got to run through the show today, but we will have a word from our local sponsor. Stay with us. More to come. This is your show, as always, here on a wonderful Wednesday, brought to you by Tomorrow's Promise.
Again. Tomorrow's Promise is excited to announce our 3rd location to better serve the families of Walker County and surrounding areas. At Tomorrow's Promise, we are more than just childcare. We pride ourselves on partnering with parents and creating a place where every child is respected, loved, and nurtured in the highest quality environment. See what makes us the perfect fit for your child and their needs. Schedule a tour and learn more about Montessori.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tpms.live for more information. Education you can trust.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. Hey friends, Rob Hipp here for Elliott's Jewelers. I wanted to take a brief moment to let you know if you're looking for someone in the jewelry business right here in Huntsville, look no further than my good friend Elliott Herslick. He's helped me out time and time again, whether it was that wedding band that I needed a while back or that special ring for Bridget. He's always been there for me. He goes above and beyond. He's also a person who gives back to the local community. I like to do business with those who give back, and that's exactly what Elliott Herslick of Elliott's Jewelers does. Hey, if you feel like you don't know what to do, maybe you don't know where to turn, what to look for, Elliott is the person. Again, it's Elliott's Jewelers. You can visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com for more information. And when you call him, let him know that you heard from his good friend Rob Hipp. Again, it's Rob here for Elliott's Jewelers. Visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com.
All right, friends, welcome back at it. Time now 7:52 on Wednesday, brought to you by Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. They are the educational experts here in this community, especially for young children. I'm telling you, if you want your children to grow up, and not just grow up, but one day show up, Tomorrow's Promise is the place. Kaye has done such an incredible job over the years, really bringing a lot of awareness to the importance of early childhood development. That's why both of our children are at Tomorrow's Promise. And for more information, you can go online. Tomorrowspromise.info is the website, tomorrowspromise.info. Well, she's been on the show before, but I don't know if she's ever got the horn, Rick.
Have you ever had the horn, Lois?
I don't think. Okay. Well,
It's time to do the horn.
This is a long time waiting for our good friend, not acquaintance.
This is not an acquaintance.
Miss Lois.
I see this young lady at church.
Hold on one second. Let me call TDCJ real quick. Hey, we're about to sound the horn real quick. Okay. Yeah, I just want to let y'all know. Okay.
I'm scared.
All right, there we go. They need to know that because they hear this all over town.
I think it's a count. It's official.
Boy, that was the biggest.
that was a good horn.
That was for our friend Miss Lois Stehlik joining us.
Thank you very much
Good to
for
see
the
you,
horn.
Lois. I appreciate you.
With a little equipment, you could hook that up where you just press a button.
You know, I'm going to rig that.
That would take all the fun out of it.
Yeah, the blowing on it is where the fun is, Rick.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never blown on it. I wouldn't know.
Well, I don't want you to, man. I don't want your germs on my tube.
Wow. That was a little harsh.
It's too early for this.
Welcome in, Lois. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Lois is with Old Town Theater and just a friend to so many in our community. And I was joking around about the Miss Lois, but I've started to hear a lot of. Has that been going on for a while?
It has. I mean, my family and a lot of friends call me Lolo. I've been Lolo my whole life. My grandmother was also Lois, and so other people just call me Miss Lois. I don't know if it's just because of my grayness or.
No, it's there's a.
I take it though.
I don't know. Do we have anyone yet that's been named the mom of Huntsville on this show?
Oh, gosh.
Because we have the grandmother of Huntsville, which is Carolyn Gibson. The heart of Huntsville, Tara Burnett. Mm-hmm. The smile of Huntsville, Emily O'Rear.
Yeah.
The hug of Huntsville, Kaye Boehning. And now I think we may have the mother of Huntsville.
Oh,
it may be the mom of Huntsville.
That's a lot of pressure.
Can we label you that, Lois?
I'll let you try it. But that's a lot of pressure.
I think it'd be great.
All right. Well, Lois, it's so great to have you on. Before we chat about what's coming up at Old Town Theater, really exciting. A lot of events happening over there. A lot of fun this past weekend.
Yeah.
I appreciate the city's ability to pivot, and that's a big thanks to you as well. Had a lot of rain for the Main Street Music Series, and so our friends Jack Nelson came in, and they had to pivot over to Old Town Theater.
That was a hot mess, but it worked. It worked. Yes, it did.
So, that whole – I don't think – this is, the second year of the Main Street Music Series now. And this is the first year, though, that they've worked in collaboration with you guys as a Plan B, right?
Last year they had 2 rainouts, and we felt bad for them, and so we asked them if we could be a partner in this and we'd save those dates and not book anything for those 4 Saturdays. And then if there was a rain or scheduled rain, they'd come over. But I wasn't expecting at 7:32 to have lightning strike and they call and say we're on our way. That wasn't in the books, but we opened the doors and welcomed everybody in. It turned out to be great, and Jack was wonderful. I actually already have him on the list. I want to call him and get him back over there. And I mean, it ended up being a great day. It was a long day because we had Wine Down, Whiskey Up, so I was there from like 1 o'clock until 11:30 at night. It was a very long day for me, but it all worked out. I mean, the city people were wonderful. They helped shut it down and get it out of there so I wasn't stuck cleaning up trash by myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, Tammy and our Tammy Gann and our city manager Aaron Colhavy, they were on trash duty. They were running through the aisles picking up everything.
That's right.
It was wonderful.
It was great. Yeah, Amanda, all of them did everything.
It's a lot of fun. One thing, Lois, I felt so guilty because the first 4 years, and we had that year hiccup that we weren't here. I won't say hiccup; it wasn't a bad thing; it was a good thing. But there was that year that we weren't here. But before all that, I'd never came to the theater. When I came back last year, I said, I'd like to take a tour. And you showed me that whole place. And if you've never been to Old Town Theater, it is a really awesome historic venue.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
We had Wine Down, Whiskey Up Saturday.
That's what's wrong with Rick. I was trying to figure out what's going on.
I was not in town.
And we had so many people come in the door that we asked them, are you from Huntsville? Have you ever been here before? And so many said no. We're like, please go take a tour. We have music playing. And everybody that picked up a theater, the upcoming shows were like, oh, my gosh, you have the Bellamy Brothers coming, you have this. I mean, it's just amazing how people – and I was the same way until you've been to it the first time. You'll go back.
Yep.
But until you've been to it, you're unaware. You still think that people still think we're doing theater. We're doing plays, which we don't have any plays going on right now.
Do y'all ever show like movies? Is there ever like a cinema night in there? Because y'all have. I saw the cinema
We
screen
do have a
hiding
screen.
up in there. Do
So
y'all ever
we
do that?
do every other year. Usually we do the Rocky Horror picture show.
And I know the Prison City Film Festival's
Right.
over there. Yeah.
And then also Sam Houston rents us for their film festival every May. It happened to be when they closed down Sam Houston with that rain, and so they missed out on it this year. But they do their films there.
What if someone in the community? I'm just going to throw. Sometimes I throw stuff down and people pick it up. It's only about 1% of the time they do that.
Goodness.
But I'm going to throw this down, and maybe somebody will pick this up with the permission of Lois. What if there was somebody that said, we want to host like a big movie night in Huntsville? Could they arrange somehow to do that at Old Town Theater?
So we do rentals. People can rent us out and use the facility. So that's a possibility, yes.
Okay. Well,
I wonder if my teachers would like that.
Yeah, wouldn't it be cool to have
probably
like
couldn't afford it.
Because I was thinking like, in Georgetown they do it on the square on the courthouse. They bring a big inflatable screen, and they showed that movie Fly Away Home, and I got really hooked on that movie. Have you ever seen that one?
Yeah.
With the Canadian
With the
geese and the little girl has to learn how to fly them back, and the corny music. Oh, I still
I
got
don't
that
remember
song.
the music, but I remember them flying with the geese.
Yeah, you'll remember the music when you hear it. But I was thinking, that's the first time I ever remember, like, in the community I grew up in, where they did that. And I started thinking the other day, randomly, when I was at the Jack Nelson concert on Saturday, I was like, it'd be really cool to have, like, not Fly Away Home, but it'd be cool to have a movie night over here for the community.
Yeah. I know they do it at the city pool, the float and flick or whatever, flick and float.
I've never been to that.
Yeah.
I'd like to go.
Get you cooler.
Flicking. I love our events and I love our city, but when I heard a flick and float, I thought it was people swimming, sitting on an inflatable, picking their nose and flicking it.
No.
The old flick and float. So, well, Lois, before we talk about Dunn and Brooks, and we are saying that correctly, it's not Brooks and Dunn, it's Dunn and Brooks.
Right.
I've asked you this before, but we're so blessed to have a really incredible following now, and a lot of new people are joining the show and learning about our community. I just wanted to ask you, how did you get into the role? I mean, you're pretty much the director over there. Would you say, is that kind of the,
No.
what's the title?
I'm a board member.
Member.
There are 9 board members, and I'm the vice president. And I just happened to volunteer in 2000. I retired in 17, and they needed help in 18. I volunteered, and I never left. I just stuck it on, and so the longer you stay, the more duties you get, So now I help. We have another lady, Myrick Edwards, who also books the act. She's the president, and I'm the vice president.
Okay, well, I didn't mean to say, I don't want to take credit away from anyone else. Yeah.
And so she and I both take part in trying to book the acts and seeing who we can get there and managing the facility, paying the bills, keeping the lights on and the water flowing,
Well, what I love about it, Lois, and I say this, I know Rick and how we joke around, cut up on the show a lot, but I'm serious about this. What I love about you is that you're so passionate about what you do, and it's evident.
Mm-hmm.
You're always so outgoing to folks when they come in, and I know that there's tough days. You got a lot of work to do over there, but the way that you promote that theater in this community and y'all's board is just tremendous, and I know that you're passionate about what you do.
Yeah, either I've got to be or I've got to get out. One or the other. You can't do it if you don't love it. You really don't, because it takes a lot of volunteer hours. A lot.
Well, there's a really awesome group coming in, and we're going to give away tickets to this group coming up on Saturday. Tell us about what's happening this Saturday.
So it's a group. I think there's 6 people or 5 or 6 people on stage. It's got a really great band. They're getting really popular. I think they're up in the Dallas area. They're called Dunn and Brook, which is a tribute for the Brooks and Dunn. And what's amazing is they look just like them. That's weird.
I saw that picture and I was like, is that them? Did they flip their name? One of them got mad because they weren't named first, so they flipped the name.
We have so many people that come and see the flyer on the door and be like, oh, Brooks and Dunn. And come like, no. This is Dunn and Brook. They look like them. They sound like them, but it's not them. And so anyway, they're coming Saturday night. The concert starts at 7 o'clock. Doors open at 6. We'd love to have a sellout crowd. That'd be great. The more people in there, the better it feels when you have a full house. Just the spirit. I mean, everybody still And I know every song. I'm going to sing along. You want to sing along? Come stand with me in the back. We'll all sing along.
It's a good thing Keith Urban's not coming or whoever, because then, or is it Kenny Chesney? My Tractor Sexy is who sings that one? I can see Lois. Gee, thanks, my tractor sexy.
I would do it in a heartbeat.
Well, it's so neat to have these groups, and of course we're going to be giving away 2 tickets for the show. Show gets started what time on Saturday?
Doors open at 6. Show starts at 7.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to find a babysitter. I told Bridget that, she was in Georgetown for Mother's Day, and so I got a pass. I got to go out the other night.
Oh, yeah.
I got to get out.
I was wondering why you were there and where she was.
It was like by the time when Jack Nelson started, I was ready to go to sleep because I'm normally in bed at that time. And but it was neat. I mean, they had snacks in there. I think I had Diet Dr. Pepper's. In fact, I owe you. I'm going to pay you, Lois. So.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
but they got snacks in there, and it's always such a fun time. But I was sitting there thinking, how cool would this be for Bridget and I to come to some of these events? And I had actually messaged her, and I said, sweetheart, we really need to start planning on, a date night. I know y'all.
Promise has this parents' night out.
Yeah, y'all have.
There you go.
But those are on Fridays usually.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have a Friday show. You just need to check our schedule and find those Fridays. Yeah.
Yeah, Kaye, can you schedule the parents' night out on the evenings that Old Town Theater does stuff on Friday? That would be awesome.
I actually think somebody else schedules those.
Kaye, whoever's in charge of that, could you take that from them
Work
and you
with
do
me,
it? No,
Kaye.
I'm just
Work with
kidding.
me.
But it's so neat though. Bridget and I will definitely try to get out there this Saturday and be a part of that. Lois, it's not just events like this. I mean, there's a whole slew of things happening. Tell us maybe more about what's going on.
I brought my schedule. So the next one after that is on June 1st. It's AM/FM. It's a 70s rock experience, which is right up my alley. It's going to bring me back to my high school days.
Yeah. Here.
And then the one after that, I'm so excited. His name is Brandon Davis. If you haven't seen him or followed him on Facebook, shame on you. You really need to get out there and look at him. He's an up and coming. If you don't see him now, you're not going to be able to afford to see him. He was touring with Tim McGraw.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's fabulous. He's got dimples about a knuckle deep. Oh, he's hot. And
whoa, easy, Lois.
He is very
We'll be right back. This is a family-friendly show. Man, I need to work on my dimples then, Britt.
Anyway, Brandon Davis is going to be great. We have a lot of comedians coming. We usually have the comedians that are dry bar comedy. You know what that is? Do you know what that is?
I do.
So dry bar comedies are known to be clean comics. And so that's typically the ones that we have. We have William Lee Martin. He's in July. He has 2 shows. He's been here several times before. He's a sellout every time. So this time he wanted to book 2 times. And so he's got a 3 o'clock and a 7:30. He's fantastic if you haven't seen him. And then after that, we have Brad Upton's coming, Karen Morgan, and then Jeff Allen. They're all dry bar comedy acts.
Wonderful.
The Bellamy Brothers is like, we were so excited we were able to book them for Huntsville to bring the Bellamy Brothers to town. We're down to 8.
I still have an 8-track from them.
Oh, do you? I have a cassette. We have
a reel-to-reel.
I think we have 8 seats left downstairs and like 30 in the balcony.
Wow.
They will sell out. And they're not till August the 30th. So we'll have a lot of disappointed people that can't get tickets. But if you don't jump on it, you just don't get it. You know, we seat 356 people. So when they're gone, they're gone. The Isaacs, they've been here before. They will also sell out there in August as well. They're more of a Christian bluegrass country.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're good. Asleep at the Wheel. This is their final touring season, and we're able to book them on September 21st.
Wow.
I know.
How cool is that?
That will sell out as well. We probably have about 150 seats left on that one, but they're going quickly. You know, especially after Wind Down, after people saw, oh my gosh, the real Sleep at the Wheel's coming. Like,
well, you know, folks can make an evening of this. We have so many great little places on the square now, like Cafe Texan and Sam.
Yeah.
I bet Sam's Table gets busy on these
Tables
nights.
does get really busy, and then not only that, but Sandra's down
I
there.
love Sandra's Kitchen. Yeah,
yeah, it gets full. That's great about that. But we also sell, and we have a little concession. We have beer, wine, soda, water, snacks, you know, chips, candy, stuff like that. There's a lot of people come in like, you have food? Like, this is our food.
Oh, yeah, it's
sorry.
perfect, that's all you need.
Eat you 4 or 5 bags of chip, you'll be fine.
Yeah, but I'm
Get
not.
you some cookies.
It's like I'm not going to a concert to have a steak dinner, you know. But you know what's cool too that I loved about this, and this was so neat when Karen Altimore Postcards brought in the 3 Heath brothers.
Yeah.
And you know, and then Kevin and Lisa McKenzie were there, and it was just kind of a thank you for the community and for them. And I love this because I didn't realize those kind of little VIP tables.
Yeah, we were down there.
Yeah,
those.
Rick was upset because I didn't see. He's like, "Oh, you're not good. Can't sit with us." You remember that, Rick?
Yeah.
Those little tables
I
go
was on
first.
my own table, thank you.
We're still trying to. Rick and I, like, we used to be buddy, and now we went
now we're
from
acquaintances.
Yeah, we went from best. we went from buddies to best friends to brothers, and it's regressed to acquaintances.
Yep.
It's a season,
Every once in a while, hey, Rob.
Yeah, and I kind of go and kind of yelp and like turn the other way. So
for fear.
Yeah. So, anyways, Lois, we go off on tangents here on the show sometimes, but I just put the website up for folks here that are watching on the social media streams. For tickets, you can go to oldtowntheater-huntsville.org. Again, oldtowntheater-huntsville.org, and you can see all the lineups, all the shows. And if you get a chance, just go by the theater sometime. Drop in, and if Lois is there, I'm sure she'll be more than happy to show you around. It's just a beautiful
I'll give you
facility.
a tour. I'll give you a tour.
I've always wanted to go backstage.
Well, come on. I'll take you.
It's cool back there. During the Three Heath brothers, Karen had asked me to announce. No, I take that back. It wasn't the Three Heath brothers.
This was the benefit.
It was the benefit concert. Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, I was there at the Three Heath brothers. I don't remember seeing you.
Yeah, it was the Lisa McKenzie and
benefit.
Benefit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. And Karen had asked me to introduce folks when they came out. And so as they were wrapping up their set, each segment, I went back there. It's kind of cool sitting back there. I was like,
with the blue lights,
you kind of feel lonely because you're by yourself back there in the very back.
Kind of spooky.
Yeah, and then outside the whole crowd's filled up. You're like, man, I'm kind of back here in my own little world. It was kind of neat. So a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You were going to mention something.
So I just wanted to do a little PSA. We have had some problems with people if they don't go to our website and purchase tickets through our website. There's an event link, and it will then take you to Outhouse, which is the ticketing agent we use. If you just Google like Brandon Davis, you're going to come up with so many different ways to buy tickets, and those are tickets that someone else has bought, and they're reselling and reselling and reselling for triple the price. And so we have people that come to the theater, and it breaks your heart. They come in there, they spent $198 on a ticket that we sold for $45.
Wow.
And then we got to find a place to put them, because we're not going to send them home. We're going to get a chair or find some place. They've already been out. It's not their fault. They just made a mistake. But be safe, be smart. Go to Old Town Theater website, our event page. We'll have a ticket link. It will take you straight to Outhouse. That's where you buy the tickets.
Awesome, cool. And I just had an idea that maybe you guys could put this huge swing from the ceiling,
there
and
you
then
go.
I would pay premium to be in that swing during the shows, Lois.
That would be fun.
It's really cool too. I hope it's okay to mention this. I became pretty good friends with Jay Elms, and they do Anthem Productions.
They're wonderful.
They're such great
wonderful
folks over there.
people that we have. Right.
So awesome. Well, Lois, thank you so much for being here
Oh,
today.
thank you for having me.
Just love having you and being around you, and just love all that you do for our community. And the Old Town Theater is a great place to be.
All right.
2 tickets we're giving away today, and all you got to do is text in on that 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. The keyword is Hornets.
Hornets.
I don't know why it wasn't town. Old or town.
It should have been. Well, it's because this week and we'll talk about it on the next segment. Bridget Maloney is raising funds to help pay off the fees for students so they can graduate. And so that's why we came up with Hornets. So we just kept it. But Hornets on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line, 936-339-0139. If you'd like to enter to win those tickets. Have you ever had the 0 Degree candy, Lois?
I have.
Oh,
I won a pack.
Oh,
it was good. Skittles.
You need to get some of them Skittles over at Old Town Theater.
I probably should.
Yeah, there you go. Man,
I'd put a little concession in there.
Yeah, there you go. We'll figure that one out on the other side. All right, well, that'll wrap it up here with Miss Lois, the newly appointed mother of Huntsville.
Oh, Lord Jesus. I got this.
We'll take a break. We'll have your national news on this segment. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. More to come. It is your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville on a wonderful Wednesday, brought to you by Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. We'll be right back.
Bye.
USA News, I'm John Schaefer. During his testimony, Michael Cohen revealed that he wore a T-shirt depicting Donald Trump behind bars on his TikTok show. While being cross-examined on Tuesday, Trump's former lawyer confirmed that he has been selling the shirt along with other anti-Trump merchandise during the hush money trial. Earlier, Cohen testified that he paid adult film star Stormy Daniels $130,000 at Trump's instruction to keep silent about an alleged 2006 sexual encounter with the former president. President Biden announced a significant increase in tariffs on Chinese imports, including electric vehicles, semiconductors, and other products.
For years, the Chinese government has poured state money into Chinese companies, across a whole range of industries: steel and aluminum, semiconductors, electric vehicles, solar panels. The industries of the future.
Speaking from the White House, Biden said the tariffs aim to address China's unfair trade practices. The goal is to create a fairer playing field in sectors where the administration has made substantial investments. Recent data indicates that inflation continues to remain stubbornly high. The Labor Department reported a 0.5% increase in the Producer Price Index last month, nearly double what economists had anticipated. The wholesale prices are a crucial measure of inflation and come just before Wednesday's release of the Consumer Price Index. Senate Democrats are pushing to resurrect a bipartisan border deal that collapsed in February. Tuesday, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer urged his Republican counterparts to join negotiations and pass a bill to bolster security along the U.S.-Mexico border.
We're not walking away from trying to resolve the problems at the border. We hope Republicans will change course and join us. Instead of just making a lot of speeches, pointing a lot of fingers, blame, 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 let's get something done.
This is USA News.
The inventor and CEO of MyPillow is always looking for ways to solve everyday problems. Have you ever picked up a towel set because it felt really soft in the store, but then when you go to use it, it's not very absorbent? It's basically a towel that's leaving you out to dry. That's why MyPillow has developed the MyPillow towels. Towels that work. I know, it's mind-blowing. Towels that actually dry you. The 6-piece towel set includes 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, and 2 washcloths. They come in a variety of colors, and right now you can receive a 6-piece set for only $39.98 with promo code USA. Go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the radio listener special. MyPillow products come with a 10-year warranty and they have a 60-day money-back guarantee. To receive this amazing offer on the 6-piece set of MyPillow towels, just go to MyPillow.com. Click on the radio listener special and enter promo code USA or call 800-951-8175. That's MyPillow.com. Promo code USA.
Here we grow again. Tomorrow's Promise is excited to announce our 3rd location to better serve the families of Walker County and surrounding areas. At Tomorrow's Promise, we are more than just childcare. We pride ourselves on partnering with parents and creating a place where every child is respected, loved, and nurtured in the highest quality environment. See what makes us the perfect fit for your child and their needs. Schedule a tour and learn more about Montessori.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tpms.live for more information. Education you can trust.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Hey, Rick. How you doing, Rick? Oh, hey, Rick.
Hey, am I there now?
There you go. Hey, yeah. You ever notice like guys that do the? I always get annoyed by this, and I'm sure there's a million things that I do that annoy people, but probably a million or probably 2 million things actually.
Is there?
Yeah, probably 2 million. But
Well, see, I'm at the age where I don't care.
you ever on a like you go to a concert and there's always that sound guy before that's getting the microphones fixed up, and they always do stuff like, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, test, 1, 2, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I don't know why, that just kind of bothers me.
What would you do, Rob?
I would say, hey, can you hear me?
Now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I would do that. Verizon would sue me, but I would do it. So, all right, welcome back in. Where'd Kaye go?
She just left.
Backhanded us and left. So
she couldn't take it anymore.
She's like, I'm done today.
You guys are just too bad.
No, she had a meeting to go to today at the DBA, I think, was having their meeting. I just realized I'm wearing shorts today, Rick, and I got these at Costco.
I know you keep playing with the hymn there.
Well, it came out. Look at that.
Came out?
Look at that, man. This is a Costco special. You know, these things are like $10 for a reason.
Take them back there.
So
have them back.
I'm wearing shorts today. Oh, here, I don't ever do this, but I'm going to show you. Look, I've got the man, I can't. Like people can like twist. I can't even move my leg up higher than that.
Kaye can stand here and go all the way down to the floor and back up again without
That's crazy.
Putting her hands around.
I can't even go halfway down.
I can't get back up.
Golly, I'm not flexible at all. See, I'm officially an old man. I've got on tennis shoes today, and I've got on tube socks. But at least they're cool. They're David Robinson tube socks.
Okay.
From the Spurs back in the day.
Back in the day.
These were This was a big brand bag of Stance socks back in the day. I think Bobas took them over. But, yeah, got on. The reason I'm dressed, not professionally today.
You're going to play basketball?
No. We're leaving right after the show and going to pick up a young man. In fact, Adrian's son, Hunter, is going to help us. Adrian Hunter's son, Jonathan, is going to help us. And I'm going to pick him up. We're heading over to the McAdams place out there to help them clean up. And so maybe this morning you would like to help clean up. We have a family here in town that really needs some help, and we're going to be over there cleaning up debris from the flooding from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. today. We just ask that you bring gloves, bring some mud boots or some rubber boots because it is a little bit muddy out there, and we'd love to have you come. If you can't come today, we're going to do it again on Saturday, and a lot of folks stepped up and helped us rent that roll-off from Wilson Roll-Offs. Rick, I appreciate you and 0 Degree and many other folks. Billy Cawthon over at Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Steph Valley and Scott over at Magnolia Kennel helped out. Adrian pitched in. David Beatty pitched in a little bit as well. So I just appreciate the community for helping out on that. So
if I wasn't getting ready for a show, I'd go help clean up too.
No, it's okay.
I'll be at the show on Saturday, so
Yeah, huge help for us, Rick, for this family, just by helping to provide to get that roll-off, because I called and, it's like I was thinking about this, and I called Trey and I said, hey, we need a roll-off, and he gave us a good deal on it because Blaine had asked, he's like, hey, is there any way, of anybody that could bring a trailer and we could load up stuff, take it to the dump? That's just going to take too long. The best way to do these cleanups is just to get a roll-off. And just, you got the big thing there. They leave it, you fill it, they take it away, they handle everything for you. And I was just thinking about, when he reached out, I said, well, let's just get a roll-off. And I didn't even think twice because this community always shows up and helps folks. And it was funny because Trayton called Blaine. He was like, well, it's going to be this. And I was like, no, we're paying for it, Blaine. Don't worry about it. I said that we have some folks in the community that don't mind helping out, and it's in our fund, and so we were able to do that. So we appreciate it.
Blaine, like I said before, is a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll step up and help you if you need it.
He will, man. He's good people. He and Sherry are just wonderful, wonderful folks. Hey, we got something a little fun that we're going to start doing here on the show. All right. Did you know? This is the Did You Know segment, okay, Rick?
Did you know?
I'm gonna read this, each one of these, and the audience, you can engage with us as well. But I want to get your feedback on this. Rick, did you know, Rick, that 17% of delivery drivers say that they've done this at least once? What do you think it is? 17% of delivery drivers.
Trucked one over the fence?
17% of delivery drivers say that they've done this at least once, opened and then resealed a package.
Why would you do that?
Boy, what can Brown do for you? They can open your package, 17% of them.
Wow.
A recent study found that 73% of people sleep with what?
A teddy bear.
Their smartphone.
Well, mine's on the side of the bed. Does that count?
Last night, I was looking for my phone. I woke up, man, it was a bad night. I woke up like 7 times last night, and I was looking for my phone, and Bridget had it tucked under her arm.
That was sweet. She loved you.
Sleeping with my phone. According to a survey, what food is the worst to keep as leftovers? What food the worst to keep as leftovers, Rick? Worst food?
Meatloaf.
Eggs.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Oh, eggs, man. Have you ever had that sick stomach egg taste?
Yeah.
Not good. 50% 53% of people will buy insect repellent for their 4th of July. 53% of them. I don't use that stuff.
What do they do? Set it on fire?
53% of them. 2 out of 3 women are too embarrassed to accept a compliment.
Really?
Yeah. 2 out of 3. I think
I don't know any that won't accept a compliment.
I think farther north, I think it's 3 out of 3. Every time I did, they looked at me like, "What are you, creep?" I was like, "I'm just trying to be nice."
Yeah. You look very nice today.
Don't ever say that again. Here's something. I told you this one earlier, Rick. 55% of Americans say they keep what in their car? 55% of Americans.
I remember what you told me.
55% of Americans keep a roll of toilet paper in their car.
Yeah, well, when your car goes, you got to do something about it.
I hope that out of that 53%, 100% keep a plastic trash bag. Just figure that one out, all right? Experts say that Monday is the best day of the week to buy what? Monday, the best day of the week to buy what?
Bread.
Try again.
Why
did you say
donuts.
Why did you say bread?
No, it just came to me out of nowhere.
Honey, it's Monday. We got to go get bread. The Monday is the best day of the week to buy a car.
Is it?
Yeah, not bread.
Why?
See,
I'm going to need explanations for some of these notes.
How much does it cost the average dog owner a year to have a dog? How much do you think it costs?
It cost me about $1 billion.
Okay, well, that's pretty close. The average dog owner, how much does it cost? Take a good guess.
Take a good guess.
Yearly.
Vaccinations, $700.
$717.
Man, I'm good.
Yeah, $717. But how much does it cost to own a fish?
I don't know. You got to change the water once in a while.
Yeah.
$80.
$35 a year. So if you're on the dog or fish debacle and you're looking for a budget, maybe you've hit a brick wall and you woke up this morning saying,
the thing about a fish is you don't have to take it and wash it.
Yeah, that's right. It washes itself. So maybe that's where you're at, though, this morning. Here's the inspiration. You can't figure out if you want a dog or a fish. You're at a crossroads. Fish, $35.
$35 compared to $700.
If you buy a beta, it's like $2 because all you do is throw it in there and leave it. You don't have to do anything.
You got to feed it occasionally.
Well, you just let it. That's a toilet fish, Boy, look at this. Boy, the yards are shrinking here in America. What is the average size of an American's lawn?
Postage stamp.
It's close. Average size. Take a guess.
150 square feet.
5,500 square feet. 150 is about half the size of this room.
Yeah. Have you seen some of the lawns at the new houses, though?
I have not. We're not going to read this next one. Some of these are fairly not good for family friendly. The average woman has how many purses in a lifetime?
I remember this.
Average female.
I could not believe that number. Seemed astronomical to me.
I'm going to leave this one open, and I want our audience to respond to this. If you're on the social media feeds, comment. Kyle's chiming in on all this. He said wet wipes, guacamole. I don't even know what he's talking about. We want our audience to respond to this one this morning. And it takes a few seconds for you guys to hear my audio. So the average woman will own. What did I say? How many purses in a lifetime?
Right. How many purses in a lifetime?
How many purses in a lifetime will the average woman own?
And you know what? Anybody gets it right will get a bag of 0 to a candy.
Yeah, and they're not going to get it right. So it's a perfect giveaway, Rick. I love that. That's good.
That's me.
Here's a couple more here. A survey asked people to name the best ever board game. I would have said this one.
Monopoly.
Exactly. That is. What's number 2, though?
Life.
Clue.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it's not a Clue. It is Clue.
I didn't really care for Clue much.
Never played it.
Because what?
Never played it.
You're across the street. Come over. We'll play it.
If you are a woman and you are a Libra or a Taurus, guess what you're more likely to have than other women?
A divorce.
Libra or Taurus? Try again, Rick. You're more likely to have this.
A Libra or a Taurus?
Yeah,
a dog.
More likely to have a dog than other women? No, more likely to have plastic surgery than other women.
Really?
No idea where this comes from. So there's a few of your Did You Know?
I kind of enjoyed that segment.
Did you know? We may start doing that every day. Did you know? And boy, there's so much. I mean, there's just so many things on here that we get now. These are phone topics if you wanted to call in. What do you think about men wearing lace shorts? Stuff like this. Not a fan.
No.
Not a fan.
lace is kind of scratchy.
Here, let me ask you a couple of things here, Rick. What's the oldest family photo that you have? The oldest family photo.
The oldest family photo I have is maybe 1918.
Just making up stuff.
I am, because it's all black and white. I don't know.
Let's see. I'm just reading some of these. Let's see. What's the dumbest thing, Rick, that you've ever did to hurt yourself? Dumbest thing that you
Dumbest
ever did?
thing when you're a kid and you're sawing and you don't realize where your weight's going to go.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Get the knee?
Right in the knee.
Oh, man. Still got the scar?
I've got the story.
Let's see it. No, I'm just kidding. Are you more likely, Rick, to be early or late?
I'm more likely to be early.
Early. And so is Kaye, too. Kaye's always early. So, all right. Well, there's a few questions there for you. Here's some weird news.
I'm ready.
Do you hear the during the summer? You know what I'm talking about?
Cicadas?
Cicadas, yes. Cicadas.
That's not how I would describe that, but okay.
What sound do you think a cicada would make? How would you describe it, Rick? What sound? How would you make the cicada
sound?
sound?
Like a tiny compressor. Is what it sounds like.
It's thousands of compressors. Can you try to make the sound?
No, I cannot make that sound.
Can you try it just as fun? Just to see?
I cannot try that. No.
That was fairly
I
good.
don't have the right equipment. Cicadas have different parts than I do.
Well, here's a little quirky turn of events this morning, Huntsville. And the emergence of cicadas has sparked curiosity about their dietary habits. What do these things eat, maybe? Experts clarifying that these buzzing insects pose no threat to humans. They really don't, but they're scary to look at.
Especially if you walk by one and it explodes out.
And their eyes are just goofy in that skin that they come out of.
You know you can eat those?
Well, hold on, Rick. While cicadas don't feast on people, the tables have turned as adventurous food enthusiasts have started to explore the possibility of consuming these buzzy insects themselves, not just the skin, I believe, Rick. With some species of cicadas being considered safe and even nutritious for human consumption, culinary adventures. I don't know if I want to be a culinary adventurer.
I'd try it.
They're experimenting with incorporating. What are you experimenting with? Well, I'm experimenting with eating cicadas. These crunchy critters into various dishes. Whether roasted, fried, or blended into smoothies.
I got a leg in mine.
Yeah, got a little extra skin on mine. Cicadas are offering a unique and sustainable alternative protein source for those willing to embrace the unconventional. Cicadas make their periodic appearance. Their unexpected culinary potential is inviting both fascination and gastronomic experimentation among the curious and the daring. That is from the Chicago Sun-Times this morning. Cicadas.
I read the article where somebody was thinking about eating them.
Cicadas, it is.
When I was a kid, they were called locusts.
Yeah, and see, people always said locust, but I've always said cicada. My uncle taught me.
Well, they are cicadas.
One other thing here. Self-checkouts. Are you a fan?
No,
I'm not a fan. I get so annoyed. I get annoyed when you go to Costco, and the self-checkout line's open. Well, too bad. I'm not going to it. I pay for a membership. That Gold Star membership, I'm going to get Gold Star service. So
I don't go to Costco. I go to Sam's, and I do like the feature that you can check out on your phone.
Well, that's, I guess, considered kind of a self-checkout. Well, Walmart, a surprising move. The retail giant, of course, Walmart, or as my dad's friend from Connecticut, you say Wamiat. Wamiat. Wamiat has announced plans to remove self-checkout lanes in some of its stores and revert to the traditional manned checkout lanes, manned or womaned checkout lanes. The decision comes as Wamiat aims to enhance the customer service and personal shopping experience. See, you go back. It's like computers when they came out. You had the big mainframes, right?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And then you had, in the banks, there was these huge mainframes, and they had terminals. Well, we're getting into the cloud now, so it's almost, think of the cloud as the big mainframe, and our computers are the terminals. It's kind of like history repeating itself. But Wamiat wants to get back to their original ways. This decision marks a departure from the trend of increased automation in retail, signaling a renewed focus on customer interaction and satisfaction.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So that's just a few things that we thought were a little bit fun to talk about this morning. Nobody had answered. Okay, Adrian did. Adrian Hunter, we'll go back to that question about how many purses does an average woman have in a lifetime?
Right.
Elle Turpening, our great friend, said 200. She said it was pretty close.
Yeah.
Surprisingly close. Kyle Kreiner, 1,500. Surprisingly not close.
That's an order of magnitude off.
Adrian Hunter's the winner this morning. She said 175.
Wow, that is close.
111 is the
111 is the correct answer.
111. How many do you have, Rick?
I don't have any. My mother-in-law has about 5,000.
You don't have a MERS?
I don't have a MERS.
No MERS, sorry.
I don't even have a fanny pack.
I could see you as that guy, though, that has the fanny pack and like the just the really bright, like striped, dress shirt walking around on the beach.
When we go down south to Mexico, my wife and I do have, she wears a dress and I wear a shirt that matches.
So at least you're still matching, right?
Let's go match.
There you go. Well, let's take one final break. We'll talk a little bit about tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools. We don't have the Wednesday wisdom. Could you conjure up some Wednesday wisdom?
I can conjure up some Wednesday wisdom.
Rick is going to step in and conjure up some Wednesday wisdom for us when we come back. We're also going to call our winner of those 2 tickets to Dunn and Brooks.
That's right.
Old Dunn and Brooks. Coming to Old Town Theater on Saturday. We'll take a quick break. All you got to do, by the way, is text in on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. The keyword is Hornets. And again, if you can't make it to the show, please don't text in. But if you can, we'd love to give these tickets to you. That keyword, Hornets, along with your name, to 936-339-0139. As always, our shows every wonderful Wednesday made possible by Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Over 25 years of educational excellence here in Huntsville and throughout Walker County. We'll be back in a moment. We'll wrap it up when we come back. Stay with us. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville, not broadcasting from Wamiat.
Again, Tomorrow's Promise is excited to announce our 3rd location to better serve the families of Walker County and surrounding areas. At Tomorrow's Promise, we are more than just childcare. We pride ourselves on partnering with parents and creating a place where every child is respected, loved, and nurtured in the highest quality environment. See what makes us the perfect fit for your child and their needs. Schedule a tour and learn more about Montessori.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tpms.live for more information. Education you can trust.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
right, back at it here. This whole segment, I'm just going to talk lazy.
Okay. How you feel about that?
And Rick's kind of thinking I'm done with this show. So, welcome back. Here we go. Wrapping up the final segment here on your show. Good morning, Huntsville, as we continue on here. Big thank you, all of you, so much for interacting with us. Had a lot of fun this morning on the show, and we'll try to do those segments every day if we can, where we'll talk more about just different things. And, we do want to inspire and uplift our community. That's part of what we do. And, Rick, I was thinking yesterday, sometimes I just have these random thoughts that pop into whatever this thing's called. It's supposed to be a brain, but I'm not sure if that's really what it is in my head. But yesterday, I was talking to somebody, and they just kind of felt beat up, and this person was saying, and I won't say who, but they were just saying, I've made so many deposits in someone's life, and they said, but it's the withdrawals that this other person focuses on. Now, this isn't anything to do with me or Bridget or anything like that, just full disclaimer. But I thought of this, and I posted it yesterday, and I want you to think about this morning. Maybe you are that person, especially right now. There's so many folks that need help, and that's what we need to do in this community. We need to step up and help out. But this is something that popped into my head after I was talking to this person. This person inspired me to write this. So making more deposits in life means giving generously of your time, love, and kindness. Life's inevitable withdrawals are going to come. There's going to be times in your life to where there's going to be a withdrawal. Maybe you've made a mistake and you've got to own up to that. But if you make more deposits than withdrawals, they won't hurt as much. The withdrawals won't hurt as much because you've built a strong foundation. And some of you may have people in your life that focus only on those withdrawals, and it speaks more about their perspective than yours. So keep that in mind this morning. Keep investing in the good things, and you'll see abundant returns in your life. And I believe that. I believe, we do things, Rick, and I'm not talking about helping people in this case, like helping flood victims, obviously, but I'm just talking about in general. We do things in life to help others because that's really what we're kind of called to do.
We really are.
And again, I'm going to talk Rick up, and he's going to get mad at me about this, but anytime that I've been going through anything, and I've texted Rick, hey, I'm dealing with it, the first question, what do you need me to do? What do you need help with? Can I help you? And think about that this morning. Is there somebody that you know in your life that's going through something right now? Do they just need a hug? Do they need somebody to be there for you? And a simple, what can I do to help, goes a long way.
Well, you've never asked me to help you, but I'd be happy to if I needed to.
No, and I've never asked you, but you've offered.
All the time?
No, I did ask you. Yesterday, I asked you for the first time, can you help with something? And you did.
Oh.
You did help.
That's true. You texted me.
Yeah, I texted you.
I didn't see it for 3 hours. But
I finally did ask you for help for something. And see, so there you go. So just think about that this morning. And I'm a big believer that we are called to this earth to be there and to support each other. It's like the Bible says, where two or more are gathered, there I am. And, think about that this morning. And I always toss this in, a lot of what you deal with in life, there's a lot of things that maybe you're never going to able to get over. When people say get over, I'm not a big fan of the phrase get over it sometimes, because there's some things, and I say this about a friend who went through severe drug and alcohol addictions for many, many years. He's been sober 18 years, and I've talked about him on this show before, but he told me, he goes, you never really get over that. He goes, in fact, if somebody showed up with even one drop of alcohol, I'd probably go right back to doing drugs again. And he goes, because that's always in you. But he goes, but it doesn't have to define you. And he goes, you don't really get over those things, but you learn how to get through them. And so maybe that's where you're at today. You're going through something. I don't want to tell you to get over it, but I do want to tell you that you can get through it. And I'm going to throw this in. The only way that I believe you can truly get through it is in a relationship with the Lord.
And I'm 100% behind that.
If you have a relationship with Jesus, you have the opportunity to get through it. You may not get over it, but I guarantee you're going to find a way to get through it, just like my good friend.
The Lord's has blessed me with much more than I actually deserve.
Amen to that. Well, friends, we love you. We appreciate you. A lot of folks were joining us this morning. We'd love to have all of you come out and help today. I do want one final thing before we call our winner this morning. Check this out. Bridget Maloney has been doing this now for a few days, and tomorrow is the deadline. But if you are able to help Huntsville High School seniors, I didn't realize this, that you cannot graduate if you owe the school something.
I didn't know that either.
I had no clue about this. Thank goodness I didn't owe them anything. I still have dreams that I didn't graduate high school, and I wake up in a sweat. I get real nervous. Like, man, did I really graduate high school? Do I got to go back at 40? I get nervous.
I had 7 extra credits. You can have those.
I may need them, Rick. By the way, I'm not going to be super public. It's a big deal to me, but I'm not going to make a big deal of it. I'm starting college in this fall, so I'm really excited about it. So taking some online. Back in the day, I had applied, got accepted to Sam Houston. I was going to take some business classes, and then things change and seasons change, and I wasn't able to proceed with that. But now, working in ministry also full time, I just kind of felt a tug to get involved in that a little bit more, and so I'm starting some online classes at ORU, Oral Roberts University. They're based out of Tulsa, so we're not moving. I'm doing it online, and just taking a little bit during the week to kind of start that. So I'm excited about that.
I'm excited for you.
Well, appreciate it. But I didn't know. Hopefully, I'll have everything paid off, so one day when I graduate, I can graduate. But for our high school seniors, this is a very important thing. Bridget Maloney called the school, found out that there was almost $6,000 in outstanding fees. Now, this could be from lunches, textbooks, and other things, but these students need to clear those fees so that they can walk and graduate from high school coming up here. The deadline to clear these fees is going to be on Thursday. Bridget Maloney has put together a great effort. I think the last update she sent me this morning or yesterday was somewhere around $1,200, so hopefully it's a little bit more than that. So we're about 20% of the way there. Anything will help. You can make the check out to Huntsville High School. Bridget Maloney can come pick it up. You can Zelle or Venmo her also. But please, if you feel led this morning to help out, even if it's $5, it'll go a long way. Her number is 972-741-0957. Again, that number is 972-741-0957 if you would like to help out these seniors at Huntsville High School and help them walk coming up here. It's going to be really quick in just a few days. It's crazy to think about that, Rick.
It's actually tomorrow afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's coming up really fast. So that deadline, again, is tomorrow. The commencement is on May the 25th. So that's the commencement. But they need the fees paid by tomorrow. So appreciate that, Bridget, for bringing that to our attention. And we will definitely do what we can to help out there. So it's a good initiative. Rick, anything else? I've been yakking. I'm out of breath.
I think you've done a great job.
Yesterday was hard. I should have called you.
Why didn't you?
I didn't want to bother you.
Oh, well, I was at the candy cave.
Yeah, that's exactly what I figured, man. I figured you were at the candy cave. So, but it went okay. We had a guest lined up, and Miss Coleman decided she's going to be in Antigua instead. It's much better opportunity there.
More salubrious climate.
Yeah. See, there's the word.
What? Salubrious?
Yeah, salubrious. I love these words from Rick. Salubrious climate. Anyways, let's head over to our 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. We got a winner today, and we're going to be giving away 2 tickets to Dunn and Brooks. And you can get on down there and get the rest of it on Saturday. I really do want to go to that.
I won't have time, or I go.
I just got to find a babysitter.
You got this one.
This is the European time.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? Hello, who is this?
This is Grandma Carolyn.
Oh, Grandma
Carolyn Gibson.
I can't joke around with you, Miss Gibson. There's just no way.
I know.
I was going to try.
That's right.
I was going to try to pull one over on you.
I love the Old Town Theater. I was there last Friday night.
Well, guess what? You get to go again this Saturday night. How about that?
I'm tickled. Yeah, and I love Lois.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I got to ask you a question. We asked this to Rick a while ago. I'm going to ask you, Grandma Gibson, what is the oldest family photo that you have?
Oh, my goodness. My mom was the oldest, and I'm the oldest in my generation. I have it back to the 1800s.
Wow.
Yeah, I inherited all that.
Okay. Well, great.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a question. So I'm glad. I don't know what my oldest photo is. My mom has all the old family photos.
Wow. I haven't looked at the dates on them or anything, but I would say at least the early 1900s when they started taking pictures like that. Yeah.
Hey,
my mom put it all in albums, and I have it.
Now, you heard us earlier talking about a dog and a fish. Did you hear that part?
No, I wasn't in the room then.
Well, we found out that the average dog owner, it cost them a little over $700 a year. Do you know what the average fish owner costs them, Carolyn? One fish.
One fish. Ooh, goodness. Ooh, $1,000?
$35. So,
do you know how hard it is to find a leash for a fish?
No, I've never owned a fish.
Yeah, it's very hard to find a leash for a fish. They just don't make them anymore. So
Right.
I used to use dental floss.
Yeah. There you
Brush your
go.
teeth and something.
Well, all right, we got those tickets for you, Carolyn. And hey, all you really have to do, Lois told me this, you don't even need to pick up a physical ticket. She's going to have them for you at will call on Saturday. So just go,
Sure.
and I will.
I'll be there.
I'll send her a
Yeah.
message and just tell her that you want them on Hello Huntsville. If there's anybody else listening and you try to pull that stunt, you're not going to get them because she knows who Carolyn Gibson is.
I'm pretty sure she does.
So, well, hey, God bless you, Carolyn. Rick's got a question for you.
What are you most
Okay.
thankful for today, Carolyn?
Oh, I am thankful for the sunshine and the fact that Jesus is going to walk with me all day.
Yes, ma'am.
Amen. Well, we appreciate you, and we appreciate you so much, Carolyn. Thank you again for interacting and joining. And we're going to get that official certificate. The grandmother of we have the grandmother. We had to have the mother of Huntsville, and now Lois is the mother of Huntsville. So,
what am I?
I knew Paul Oley before he was even in that location.
Hey, well, God bless you, Carolyn. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you. You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So during that conversation, Rick was asking, "What am I?" And the first thing that came into my mind was the Oompa Loompa of Huntsville.
I need some orange hair.
Oompa Loompa Loompa Dee Doo. I've got another Rick Boehning for you. Oompa Loompa Loompa Dee Dee. I think it's time to shut down this show.
I do like the. I like it. I like it.
The Oompa Loompa of Huntsville.
I do like it.
It kind of fits you in a positive way.
How?
Just a positive, because Oompa Loompas are just bright and fuzzy and, happy, and that's kind of you, bright, fuzzy, and happy.
Fuzzy, anyway.
All right, friends. Well, thanks for being with us today. Just remember, again, I'm talking about it a lot this week, but there are a lot of folks in our community that are hurting right now, and just be compassionate. Find a way to be compassionate to help people out that need it. And we're all called, no matter the circumstance, we really are all called to be here for each other and to have compassion. And I just want to, Kyle said fuzzy with a question mark. So
you don't want to know, Kyle. You don't want to know.
So that's how we'll wrap it up today. Again, come out and join us. We're going to be heading over to the McAdams place here this morning from 9 to 2. Some folks are already out there. We'll be there probably about 9:30 is when I'll get out there. And then again on a Saturday from 9 to 2, I had something stuck in my esophagus. Saturday from 9 to 2 as well. Huntsville, we love you. Rick, thanks for hanging with us, man.
No problem.
Been fun. I like this new list. And
I do like the list. That was pretty cool.
And I was going, look, Rick, look how long this is. There's so much stuff that you can pick. We could have a whole show dedicated on this list.
You could have 10 or 12 just on that one thing there.
Yeah. There's just so much different things on here. It talks about food, what's horrible at work, all different kinds of stuff, and this changes every single day. Yeah. Anyways, I'd love to talk about all this stuff, but we just don't have the time to it,
That's all right.
Yeah. I do want one more. This was kind of funny because I noticed this. Here's the top 5 signs you've got bad allergies, Rick. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
You're actually allergic to Claritin.
That's bad.
Number 2, you actually own a pollen swatter. I didn't know they had these swat the pollen.
Get back.
Every year, your nose buys a new pair of running shoes. Well, there's that bubble suit you wear from March through June every year. You get a little sweaty in that thing.
Yeah, I bet.
And then finally, the number 5, the top 5 signs you've really got bad allergies. You sneeze while you're swimming. So
that's bad.
That'll wrap it up today. Thanks everybody for being a part of this one here today. We'll be back at it tomorrow on our Thankful Thursday. Jason Bay joins us. We'll also have a friend from the Crystal Labyrinth coming on. So Mary Bisecker's joining us to tell us about her business. We're excited to get to know her and learn more about her business tomorrow. And then we'll have Jason Bay on. And he told me, he said, just get ready. I'm going to have some questions for you, Rob. So he wants to interview me tomorrow.
How's that going to work?
I have no idea. I'm a little nervous.
I wouldn't be nervous. I'll have to watch.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes I say I'm going to watch and then things happen.
Yeah, and you go back and watch. Or you can just be like, I don't want to watch that garbage. So,
I never say that.
All right, we love you, Huntsville. We'll be back at it tomorrow, bright and early, 7:30. Again, big thank you to Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Oh, Did you conjure up any Wednesday wisdom for us?
I did.
Okay, what is it, Rick? This is on behalf of Kaye.
Always tell your loved ones that you love them when you leave.
It's a good one.
It is.
Hug them and love them.
I do that every day when I leave.
Can I be transparent? I was in a grouchy mood, and I've never done this before. I was very grouchy last week, and I ran out the house and did not tell Bridget that. and it crushed me. I just felt so bad about that. I will never again, ever not. I'll never.
You
again.
should always do that.
I will never.
You never know.
Well, you should not.
Hit by a bus.
No, you should not always. You should
not always.
Oh, I was sitting there saying I didn't, and you're like, you should always do that. No, you should not always do that. You should always tell them you love them. You should never always leave the
I agree.
house. So, anyways, that'll wrap it up. There's your Wednesday wisdom today. Hug on your friends, your family. Tell them you love them, and hang in there. It's going to be all right.
It will be.
That'll wrap it up here on a
Wednesday.
Wonderful Wednesday, brought to you by Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Next week, we'll catch back up with Rick and Kaye. We'll talk about Lasso Your Imagination. That's right around the corner.
That's right. It's coming up.
Ways that you can sponsor and continue to help the great efforts that they have for bringing books to children 0 to 5 through the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. Till next time, Huntsville, we love you. As I end every show, reminding you this morning, we really aren't strong enough alone to make it on our own. We do need each other. Please provide a word of encouragement and lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Until next time, good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. We'll see you. Thanks, Rick.
Thank you, Rob.